Suay Nilhan Acikalın and Işıl Acehan. Welcome back again, ladies. So,
Thank you.
Işıl, what can you tell us about what have you seen so far in this place?
We still see a lot of emotions, a lot of people, hundreds of thousands of people still pouring into the Atatürk Mausoleum, the eternal resting place of our founding father. And then we can see that they are very proud. You can see even like pregnant women, very small children. They all brought them here to see their founding father today because they are paying their respects for the success of the Turkish Republic after 100 years. So I can see all like so much emotions in here.
What would you like to say? How is the atmosphere here?
Ayşe, and as Işıl mentioned, that there's a huge excitement here, and we saw from 7 years old to 70 years old, the people are here, although the long queues, and today weather is also really great in Ankara. I think that's a very good chance for the people to come to Anıtkabir and the mausoleum. Both the main yard and the museum parts of the Anıtkabir is full of people. It's a huge excitement, so it's also a great chance for us to see the whole excitement and feeling that spirit together with all these people.
So we have been talking about the transformation that the Turkish Republic had gone through in the last century. So Işıl, talk to us about these specific policies that put into effect to make Türkiye an esteemed member of the international community after its foundation.
You know, after its foundation, Atatürk never wore his military uniform again. I think that was a very clear message to the international community in Ankara, which was made into a capital after the foundation of the Turkish Republic. So all the ambassadors were saying that we never saw him in a military uniform again, and that was a very clear message that we want peace from now on. We have had enough of wars because he fought a lot of wars, and then he knew how devastating and how it would bring death and destruction to the countries, to the people. So after the foundation of the republic, he gave this message to the whole world. And we know his motto, peace at home, peace in the world, which means that we should bring peace into our home, and then this will bring peace to the world. So that is still the actually foreign policy of Turkey, which is, I'm very proud to see this time.
So, Suay, could you talk to us about the foreign policies started to be applied right after the Turkish Republic's founding? Because Turkey has become a member of the nations in 1932, and then the United Nations as one of the founding members, of course, in 1945, and then it became the member of NATO in 1950. Could you talk to us about this foreign policy approach?
Of course, the main aim was in the Republican area, especially in the first year, was of course recognition. What I mean is the recognition of the Turkish Republic is that being an integral part of the international community was the main goal. And regarding this main goal, the main principle was, of course, peacefully attention and very cautious foreign policy making through the realistic lenses, which is the Atatürk mainly emphasis in the many parliament speech as well. And regarding this, the aim, the Turkey show lots of efforts to be part of the especially international organization depend on the chronological place. First of all, membership of League of Nations, and later we saw the United Nations, and later we saw the membership of Turkey into NATO. So through this, the Western clubs basically were the main places or the multilateral platforms where the Turkish Republic get the recognition from the other countries as well. But also this recognition means that equal partnership with everyone else, because in the first years of the Republic, of course, as we talked in the first part in the morning, Turkey has its own economic challenges and lots of problems, and that's why economic development go along with the Turkish foreign policy recognition from especially the Western countries. But after years, the recognition process, we saw in some specific cases like the Hatay issue, Mosul issue, regarding these, mostly Turkey followed peaceful policies under the Atatürk's leadership. But here is the one point is quite important. This recognition doesn't mean that of course, not the solving of those issues like Hatay, Mosul, but this recognition means that Turkey is always ready to do anything, but it's our last resort. So peace is the priority, but still making the Turkey the most developed and the most stronger country is behind in the agenda.
So we all know that Turkey is sitting in a very difficult neighborhood and somehow has always managed to keep a balance. What was the reason behind it? Suay just mentioned that in the early years of the Republic, lawmakers pursued a rather cautious policy. How has that changed?
Exactly, that policy also, kept us out of the war during the World War II, and that was a very smart decision actually. Many people, many Turks are now, paying their respects to President Inanlı at that time to keeping us out of war, because we have seen the world after the war, and it was total devastation for the countries. And then after World War I, I think that was also very smart of Atatürk and the other leaders to reject clearly the mandate system, because now we see that the countries which accepted the mandate system now are in turmoil, and then they are still suffering from it. And then we see, all around wars and instability, in Lebanon, in Syria, in Iraq, now in Palestine. So that's all the result of World War I. And we are very lucky that they rejected any protectorate or any mandate in Turkey.
So, Suay, I mean, we just mentioned Atatürk's motto, peace at home, peace in the world. How relevant is it still given the ongoing conflicts around the world? Is this sustainable?
Well, I think that this motto is still relevant when we look over the last 20 years of the Turkish and the world history, because thanks to the Turkey's geopolitical position, we saw that the last 100 conflictual area is very close to Turkey, and it will be around us. So Turkey right now is a symbol of peace, and we can consider Turkey as a peace island within these all conflictual areas. And still Turkey conducted the peaceful policies towards first neighboring countries and also later in the global scale. And in the last 5 and 10 years also Turkey contributed to more mediation and more peace conflict resolution role than we saw in the 80 years ago. So Turkey tried to develop the Atatürk's motto and bring in one move behind and one move ahead to this motto, and right now working as a key country to solve the conflict around Turkey. Maybe also we can say that very unfortunately since the COVID-19 we saw many global interruptions in international system, and still Turkey, although there are lots of setbacks around us, playing a very key role to have the regional peace and also contributing to global peace, not only the conflict issues, but also global issues like the climate change and the migration as well.
So, Işıl, during the Cold War, Turkey has positioned itself closer to the Western Bloc. But how has that changed, especially in the last 2 decades, given the fact that Turkey is pursuing a multi-layered foreign policy? Where does it stand now?
Right now, I see Turkey still positions itself in the West, and then this, I think, after the world order following World War II, and then, Turkey actually did a great sacrifice for sending its troops to Korea to fight the war, and then they are still appreciated for what they did, and that was a great sacrifice for Turkey, and then I think now it should get the fruits of its sacrifice.
All right, ladies, unfortunately, we'll have to leave it here. Thank you very much for being with me on this very important and very significant day. Thank you very much.